I need to put you on thingy, don't I? I hate this. Gallery view. There we go. Hey. I can see your face. You're the first face I can see.
Oh.
I love it. It's just, again, it sounds noobing up. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, that's what we do best. Have you got the link for the guys?
Done it, yeah.
Nice. Right, cool. Hey guys, everyone's coming in now?
Everyone coming in. Just check if a lot of people where they aren't in the group, so I'm trying to maybe send them all like, oh God, it will take too long. There's too many. There's so many people who aren't in the group. I'm gonna after today, I'm gonna get lots of people in the group. I think some of them have followed the steps, some haven't, but I'm gonna start getting more people in the group.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
First one again, start of the journey. Well done, Sean. Well done, Sean. Keen Sean. Oi, Spike, Sophie, hello. Abu, hello, hello, hello. No BS, that one. Not that one. Oh God. I suppose you'll watch that live then. Sorry, that Zoom call with Ben about no BS.
Oh, it was a good video. I'm glad the video's doing well, but it wasn't fun to talk about, was it?
No.
Right, cool.
15 in now. Trying to.
Hey guys, whilst we're just setting up and sending some invitations out to some extra people, if you want to just tell us some good news, what's been the highlight of your week or your month? Have you hit a certain amount of profit per daily you're hoping? Have you hit a certain amount of profit? Have you hired VAs? How many Amazon accounts have you got going? How many eBay accounts have you got? Let us know. This teaches us how to do listings in the evening now you're live. I invited Mark. Well, you might learn how to dropship, so. Sophie's looking to hire a VA. That's perfect. Well done, Sophie.
Yeah, that was the best.
Remember, remember, Sophie, you can also buddy up with other people and then obviously split the cost, because the VA is not going to spend all day every day on your one account, or is unlikely to. So yeah, buddy up.
Yeah, she mentioned that actually in the week. She asked me a couple of questions about it, but I was like, hey, nice. It's good to get to that level. If you can scale more, get more accounts, this is the time to do it. I was having, again, someone else asked me about it, asked me things earlier. I think it was Harry, new guy in the group. I was saying about, that'll be taking it to the next level, getting a VA.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
It's the springboard, isn't it? It's the springboard to really scaling your business. So Scott's got 10 Amazon accounts. Boom, nice. Self-routes as well, presumes Scott is. I'm pretty sure he is. So that means easy days, happy days with the Amazon side of things. Spike, has finally got his stuff account sorted, so you can finally list again. Spike, I told you I wasn't lying, mate. It's just the weirdest glitch on eBay ever to set up an automatic
yeah,
payment method.
I remember that.
Just makes
It's happened to me as well. Sucks balls.
But that was only 2-3 days ago that he managed to set that up, and now he's doing £15 a day daily profit, which is brilliant. So considering it's only a couple of days, that is brilliant. Hamdan hit a £90 plus profit yesterday. Boom, nice. Now it's time to get that to 100, which will only be a few days away. Awesome. Alexander, 2 accounts delisted and relisted last night. Profit good today, but only 7 sales. Well, I don't know what exactly profit, how much profit you actually made off those 7 sales, but if you can make good profit off of selling a few items, that's still good, you know, and it's only going to grow. You're only going to scale that, so keep it up. Scott's got 4 eBay accounts. Boom. That's mad. Abu's made 5K in 2 months, killing it. Yeah, you guys, you are doing it. Awesome. 5K in 2 months. Abu, were you drop shipping before that? Have you learned all that from our YouTube channel and through the WhatsApp group? Let me know. That'd be great. Using gift cards, the whole service is just brilliant. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Ite is just right on it. Provides a great service. If any of you guys aren't using Giftman, strongly recommend that you do. You literally double your profit margins. Yeah, that's brilliant. Hey, Sean. I think that's Sean.
On.
My first time in your live session. Well, brilliant. Bring your questions, and
I'm going to stop.
We'll try our best to help you with anything you need.
Right.
Hey,
I'm
Michael Gervin.
going to stop messaging people now because I've just sitting there and I realised people come on or subscribe, they'll see us on anyway. It's hard because there's so many people aren't in the group, but once I get more people in the group, I'll try and get more people in after today. And then we've got, easier to spread the message.
Yeah, definitely.
What was it? Oh, yes, Michael Gervin. I just sent him a link as well and he's in. Nice one. The big man from Sell Freaks. Michael's in the house.
I've got Abdul as well. He's got 7 accounts. 7 accounts. Is that 7 eBay accounts? 2 with featured shops, 5 without. Yeah, that is. Boom.
That's good.
Enjoying them with 0 value. Yeah, enjoy it whilst it lasts. But no, it doesn't matter anyway. If you've got a high amount of final value fees to pay at the end of the day, guys, that means you've done a lot of sales, which means you've made a lot of money. So don't fear the high final value fees, but obviously, nice.
Hi, Chef. Chef Tushdeki Walker. Tushdeki. Just a caddy.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I should have known from his talk. Howdy.
Yeah. Do me or so if that's the case, then if they usually credit you by the end of the month. About talking about you've still been charged by final value fee by eBay. How do you go about this? Because you said customers paid for an item, you realize they've made a mistake and refunded them. So you go about this by speaking to their chat support. You can either call them up or you can go on ebay.ie and just get through. That's the Irish eBay, and you can just speak to them through their chat support. Just find any option that'll get you through to the chat support by clicking on help and contact and just ask them. But normally they do refund it by the end of the month. But if you feel like they're still going to charge you, just tell them. And then because the final value fee always gets refunded, should always get refunded. Hound them.
Definitely. Have you tried Argos as a supplier? No, we haven't, or I haven't. Don't think Jono has either.
No.
We've only done primarily we've only ever really done Amazon, but we have also done AliExpress and Costco as well. Oh, and Wayfair.
Yeah, and Wayfair. Well, sort of. It's like,
Dabbled in all of them, but Amazon's really been the only
yeah,
key main one that
we've never ventured, have we, onto any other one really properly. Amazon's been the
Not
main
properly.
one. Now
No.
that Sell Freaks, I don't know if you saw, Matt, Sell Freaks now offer
Yes.
so many different suppliers, and now we can tell them, oh, I need to send my good friend Barbara, she from Sell Freaks, I need to send her a list of suppliers. So you guys get those suppliers names out there, and I'll get them sent to Barbara. Just get them in the WhatsApp group. Tell us which suppliers you want, and we'll get them on there. And there's a few, Von Horst and a few others came on. I need a drink.
Definitely. I hope they get the global settings and all the rest of it aligned with them as well, though. Pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's true. Global settings, and also I'd love auto ordering. They said if there's any really popular ones that people use a lot of, they'll get AO involved as well. I was like, ooh.
Oh wow, nice.
But yeah, they said price tracking should be fine. Price tracking and stock checking, that's a big one. So I think we should all test, by the way. We should test these new suppliers. There's loads of them. We should all get on it. I think we should start. This is our opportunity to really expand, but keep being able to still use the same software because it's easier, but we get to expand who our suppliers are, get to test out a little bit.
Definitely. One thing though, when we do start testing, make sure we're keeping the business policies in line as well. So remember, it's quite hard to Wayfair, isn't it?
Yeah.
I seem to remember. But no, it'd be brilliant.
Yep, Abu, I agree. You're right, mate. You need a drink. I do. I've been teaching Matt today how to trade on a Forex, and it was really good. But it's I must admit, now I feel a bit wiped, so I'm having a coffee. But
I'd like 100 questions for him.
yeah, there's a whole new challenge. But it was
brilliant.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it today. Some good trades as well. We missed that one at the end because we were chatting. That was funny. Waited all that time and we were chatting so much we didn't even see the trade.
At lunchtime. Missed 2 good trades there. 2 really good ones. Oh well.
It was good.
Had a customer who had paid for an item but realised they had made a mistake, so refunded them.
Already done that one.
Charge final value fee by eBay. How do I go about this? Just talk to eBay.
Matt, we've done it.
Oh, my bad.
I literally spent a minute on it.
Yeah. Will you guys be testing any of the new UK self? Yeah, we just said that. So yeah.
We'd like any good ways to grab a lot of products to bulk list. Oh, I see what you mean, Michael. We're not sure because we asked Barbara, we asked Sell Freaks about this. They said there's no sort of like good way of doing that at the moment. I'm waiting for them to help us be able to grab loads of ASINs. There is an Auto DS one for Wayfair, but we want something that can grab off all these other suppliers as well. So yeah, waiting on that one because it looks a bit manual, doesn't it? Being able to have to grab the listings one by one. But I agree with you, Michael.
So also been asked here, he's been Shanu, I think that's Sean, but anyway, has been selling Vero items. He's seen people selling Vero items. Wonders how some people sell those Vero items. Is there any strategies? So he's trying to sell Vero items. You could use a software like EasySync where you have to put your own blacklist in and just keep it clean, and then you can list all the Vero items you want. Would not recommend it though, and those people who are listing Vero items, it's only a matter of time before they get sales restrictions. And if you've got no Vero protection at all, your account is going to go down pretty quickly. I mean, John, you're probably best to talk about this because you've only just recently gotten out of a 20-day in total Vero ban?
Yeah, 23 days in total with little gaps in between. And my sales went from, I think I was doing sales of between 1.5 and 3K a day sort of thing, really varied. And then it just dropped to about £200 a day, £100 a day, 5 sales at one stage, really not much. So yeah, it really hits you hard, the Vero items. Now, there are some where they're classed as Vero by Sell Freaks. Like Matt said, you have to go to a different software provider, or on Sell Freaks, if it's not a brand, if it's just a keyword, there is a Vero exceptions list on your dashboard. You go and you look on there, it says Vero exceptions, and you can put in just general keywords like I put in the word smartphone because I don't want to block that. There was like one for powder, which I thought was random because you can sell loads of things like with powder in, loads of sport stuff. So I said I put that as my exception. There was one for iPhone. I was happy to sell something that was for an iPhone. So you can put exceptions for just keywords. That's absolutely fine. That'll allow you to list more. It's just if it's branded or the actual ASIN, then SaleFreaks will block you and you can't do anything about it because you can't put them on the exceptions list. Otherwise, I know that people like James, a lot of people won't know James. He's quite a big seller on eBay, and when he was with eSync, he used to sell quite big branded items because he knew which ones. He found out which ones weren't really Vero. He did a really good job of it. But other than that, I try and avoid it and just build up your exceptions list so then you can list certain items because there are ones you can list which is a bit ridiculous where they get blocked by SaleFreaks. You have to be allowed anyway, don't you, on Vero items? Like you have to be an official reseller if you actually want to do like the actual ones on the Vero list.
Yes, yeah. But if you ever do that, then you're golden.
Tell us.
So, is there a way to get rid of purchase limit per item on Amazon? See, Michael's already answered that. Yeah, open more Amazon accounts. Craig wants Tesco as a new supplier, and I agree with that actually because I know that in wholesalers they always look for Tesco just to run their items on sale and then purchase a whole bunch to then sell.
Good idea. Great, Craig. DM me that one. Send me a message on WhatsApp. DM me because if you put it in the group, it might get lost. But if you guys could DM me ideas, and I can just copy and paste them and send them to SaleFreaks. Hamden, the quick thing about yours, Sean did say something about if the item you can subscribe to it, buy the item, cancel the subscription. That's another way to get around the item limit thing. Otherwise, you have to wait about a week before it resets again. Just going back on that. Argos. Nice one, Craig. Good man. We love testing.
Craig, my brother quoted many times. Yeah.
Like to try toys for a pound. Yeah, another guy mentioned toys for a pound. Like someone in the group mentioned. Yeah. Can't remember his name again. He's usually in here. Alex did. Yes, Alex. That was the one. He mentioned it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Matt just answered this. Yeah, his brain exploded probably the first time he looked at a chart. But he's now starting to enjoy it. But at first, yeah, could have gone either way.
Yeah,
confusion. Jono, what is support and resistance? What the?
Yeah, using them wrong, using all the terminology wrong.
Oh yeah, and I was just like, I'm going to buy here, but why? Why would you do that?
And then the opposite as well, be like, why are you buying? It's clearly going up. Like, how do you know that? Like, I don't know, it's just going up.
Seems okay. Nice one, Alex. Well done for testing it. Yeah, it's put me off as well, Michael. Yeah, I've done Costco manually, but I'm on eSync, so can only do manually and not listed anything for a bit. Do you get any sales off that, Alex, for the Costco ones manually? Yeah. How much profit do you make per month? Are you asking me? I don't know. $5,000 a month. Just going to put a figure out there. I've not been tracking it that well recently, so I do apologize about that. It does vary.
It's been busy trading.
I've been trading.
That's what I mean. But that's a great point though. Making $5,000 a month and it's automated.
Oh yeah.
You know?
It's pretty much fully automated. And Matt, you see how much time I sink into trading at the moment. I'm at least 6 hours a day, and then on top of that, everything else around it. I'm thinking about it, or I'm training, or I'm busy, or I'm answering people on WhatsApp. There's all this other stuff I'm doing. I really appreciate my VAs and the really good job they do because they keep that train going. And yeah, it's turning over that much money, and I'm really not. Some days I forget to look at my sales unless you guys say how many sales we got.
Made my first mistake, had 450 listings and only made 20 sales in my first month. I need to see my listing fee from eBay, made a loss of £100. That's okay though, you learn You learn from these mistakes. It's definitely recoverable as well. And if you think about it, if this is a brand new business and you end your first month in a £100 loss, then that's a pretty good start to a business. And you're going to learn from this. I mean, so you had 450 listings. Obviously, that is way too many in your first month anyway, especially for the slow and steady process that we certainly do now. But how quickly did you list them? Did you list them all in like 1 week, or how did you come about with that?
Your sound gets a bit choppy there, Matt, just so you know. It's okay, it's just a bit choppy every now and again.
I can actually do something about. No, I can't. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's just every now and again it goes dip, dip, dip.
I believe we have three VAs that John and I share. That's why we encourage you guys to buddy up with each other as well with your VAs. Makes it cheaper, keeps them busier, keeps them happier. It's just worth doing.
Oh, Sean, the biggest change, managed payments.
Yeah.
Yeah, managed payments were the biggest change. Other than that, eBay may copy Amazon, which would be a problem as well, because it's all about sharing the buy box, and then we'd have capitalism all over again. Because the problem with Amazon is if you have an item, quite often you can dictate if you're going to be the seller of that item if there's multiple people on that listing, if you've got the best price. And if eBay go down the same route, it kind of messes us up a little bit. So I hope that isn't the case. That's just me saying worst case scenario, because I just heard that eBay might be making those kind of changes, but could be way down the line. But the main thing is going to be managed payments and how we overcome it. Because I believe that if we manage to overcome this, we could actually be ahead of the game, because there'll be a lot fewer people wanting to stay in doing the drop shipping from Amazon and other places, because managed payments is going to put some people off.
So I've been asked to. So we're being asked to talk about wholesale suppliers that aren't AliExpress or Alibaba. And later on, he says, I'm referring specifically to wholesale supplier database in Zik Analytics. I posted before, so again, we are not exactly the biggest know-it-alls when it comes to Zik Analytics. The reason being is because we have our own way of finding hot items anyway. And furthermore, when we do use Zik Analytics, we don't actually use it ourselves, our VAs did. So we came across Zik Analytics quite late on into our dropshipping, and we basically just got a tutorial video, sent it to our VAs and said, watch this, and then start using the program. And so they did. So we even automated that. So I'm afraid we can't talk too much about that. But maybe there's something you want to bring to the table right now, and how you can use wholesalers' analytics. So that'd be really interesting. Yeah,
that would be interesting. I mean, the Zik stuff, we have some guys in the group who are sharing Zik, and they're doing really well. They're using the bulk scanner on Amazon, and they seem to be doing really well with it. So I need to speak to Dave and the others just to see how the bulk scanner works, and I just want to get on it as well. Want to try it, get some items, because it's kind of like the solution to eSync's problem of not being able to filter the items. You only grab them all with the eSync one. It's great, but you can't filter the items to when they were sold and how many, whereas the bulk scanner on Zik can. But,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How much do you pay your VAs per hour, and how many hours do they work per week? So we've got 3 VAs. They all work on average 6 hours a day for 6 days a week. We did say to them they could do 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, but they would rather do 6 hours, 6 days. That's what they do. How much do we pay them? We have a manager now.
$2 per hour when they're first starting out, or if they're on a sort of like the basic level. And then we pay our manager $100 a week, and she works 40 hours a week. She works a little bit more. She does $100, and then every now and again we do bonuses, and they range from anywhere from like at least $10, the minimum bonus, and then we give the manager at least $15. That's like a small bonus, and then if it's a big bonus, it could be up to like $25, 50 for the manager if they're just smashing it and they're like, doing an awesome job and they deserve it.
Again, no hassle. Well, it's just smooth sailing. Don't make any mistakes.
Yeah, but they do make a mistake and we take the bonuses away and we have to give them a warning. But generally, they're far and few between.
Doesn't sound like a lot of money, by the way, guys, and obviously it isn't. But to them, it is. So don't think that we're being too hard on them either. They've been with us all for like over 2 years now, haven't they? No, just under 2 years. No, 2 years.
Yeah, it's 2 years. Yeah, it's 2 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Diana messaged us recently and said it's been 2 years. It was like,
oh my God.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's been 2 years. They love it because they're working from home. Diana and Angelo, they're a couple. Diana did one of our videos about returns and sell freaks. I haven't told her yet that she's on YouTube because the second I use the video, she said that's fine, but I never told her when I published it, so I have to tell her. She'll love it. Her son will probably like it as well. And they work really well together, and they got their son there, and it kind of works for them because they can work from home. Like Angelo, the husband, he was a Filipino abroad, so he worked in different countries and constantly away, and now he gets to work from home, and they get to spend more time together. So it's kind of really suits their lifestyle, which is nice. It's nice to know that helps as well.
Definitely. Yeah. Didn't they build their own house as well in the Philippines?
Something like that, or at least they had a house being made for them or something. So they've allowed them to move into their own new house. It's theirs. They own it. They're happy. Diana's phone broke the other day, so we replaced it. We're going to buy him a new one. So we lent her the money. She's like, straight away, and she's like, oh, thanks. Like, no, you need it. You do a great job. We don't want a VA without a phone.
It's one of those, you got to treat your VAs with a lot of, just as, just how you would treat your employee, because they are the bread and butter of your business. And, if we found if we just do these little things for them, bonuses here, if we can fix their problem really easily, whereas it's a bit of a mountain to them, then we will, because they do go above and beyond that way, don't they? I mean, we had a VA before who was the opposite, if you like, and was quite, I'd say she slacked a lot. But when you give them bonuses and everything, they love it. They absolutely love it.
Before we move on to the next question, could everyone just hit that like button? We want to try and get as many likes as possible on this one. We want to try and get this spike the YouTube algorithm, so we really appreciate if you hit like. Thank you. My cheesy plug.
Definitely. Oh, and if anyone's here who's not in the WhatsApp group, definitely get in the WhatsApp group. It's free support. We've got an awesome community growing in there, and you guys support and help each other every day. So take advantage of that for sure. Right. Alex is saying, I'm just trying to catch up with what Alex is trying to say here. So before I watched your videos during lockdown, I made money from PDF books, then added some Costco. I'm gonna say awesome. That sounds like some good work there. Cool. Well done, Alex.
No, nice. Well done.
All right. They want us to talk about managed payments. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh. So what do you mean by managed payments?
Yeah.
Well, really, it's a little bit of the unknown, to be honest with you. But eBay are trying to cut out PayPal altogether and use their own internal payment system. So a lot of people, this is actually good news. So if you're not stealth accounts, this is good news. This will be easy for you. Hopefully there'll be less problems with things like PayPal holds, although not certain. But for stealth users, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I mean, John, you've already got a theory on how we can get around it, but it is going to obviously be a little bit more difficult in terms of the verification processes. So that's what managed payments is. Managed payments is going to be an internal payment system from eBay.
Yeah. There's going to be just a sign up process, everyone. If you just sign up, and then in July, and I think it's July now. July the 15th, they said they'll be rolling it out officially. I already got someone I know who's got just his normal account, and he's signed up to it. So he's going to let me know how that pans out. We've talked about it in the Sale Freaks group. It looks like anyone with stealth accounts can still get through it. You're just going to have to put it through a limited company. So it's best that you actually create a limited company, put it on your stealth account. It costs £12 to set one up. It's really not hard. It's easy to shut them down as well. And then you'll have to get a business bank account, but we recommend you can just get one. You can get a free one just to get you by on to like Monzo, Starling, Revolut. You can get loads of ones. They're cheap as well, and you can get them set up really quickly. So it's things like that. These little things way around it, because eBay needs to make sure that you're dealing with the same company and the same bank account. The same name needs to be on both. So stuff like that is ways to get around it if you've got a stealth account. Other than that, like Matt said, their own internal payment system. I believe they're actually going to have loads of bugs. That's what I think. I think they're going to be like a beta test for quite some time. So I think there's going to be some issues for a little while before it gets nice and easy like PayPal, because PayPal's nice and quick for payments. I think eBay's going to be lagged behind a few days. Yeah,
it's one of those. I think we're so used to PayPal now, we'd rather just start PayPal. So we're going to be transferring over probably as late as possible, especially for stealth accounts. What part of the year is generally the quietest?
I'd say summer.
Yeah.
Because everyone's on holiday, I'd say, from my experience. But then it's not always like, I remember the first year we did this, and it was actually quite good because we were on that building phase. So if you're growing your account during that time, you might go, oh, that was a great time. But if your account's at the sort of peak and you're just sustaining, then I think that summer is generally, or holidays, school holidays, because kids going, well, okay, this year might be different, but generally got people who are concentrating on holidays, going away, doing other things. They're spending more time away with family, so they're less likely to be buying products online. But this year could be different. So I couldn't tell you this year so much, but it will slow down a bit now that people are starting to go into shops. You got to remember there is going to be a knock-on effect from shops opening, and when the queues are no longer compulsory, then you're going to find people will actually bother to go to shops again. So it might be a bit slow then, but it's up to us to keep on top of it. And we will, of course, we'll share our information because we're all going to be going through it together.
Definitely. I mean, we've been through that obviously before lockdown. It was like that anyway, and
yeah,
still, yeah, it's not really a problem. So, and what's the busiest time of year after Christmas with sales? Well, definitely it's been lockdown. I know that's not an every year occurrence, but
lockdown every year, March every year. It's lockdown month.
Yeah, it'd be good for trading as well. But I'd say probably around sort of Cyber Monday, Black Friday, they're all busy days. Or Halloween as well, build up to Halloween, that's quite busy. Valentine's Day, that's very busy. I think it's just these kind of key dates, and you just got to prepare for them. Like, make sure you list loads of Halloween items, like 2 to 3 weeks before Halloween comes about. Same with like Black Friday, list electronics. Like Valentine's Day, obviously I don't know, the romantic stuff, if you like. And I think it was last year. I sold these like yeah. I sold these like roses which like were in a glass kind of thing, and they lasted, I don't know, a couple months, but they sold at something like £60 a go, and they were just flying out, and it was pretty good profit per one. I think it was like about £8 profit, but that was last year, so a bit different in terms of thing. But yeah, no, that was a great time. So yeah, just make sure you're listing items like that come those times of year.
Yeah. So many questions.
Danny's here. Danny. Hi, Danny. Evening all a bit slow lately.
Oh yeah, there he is. Evening all a bit slow Profitability. Yeah, on my small account, yeah, my big account has slowed down a bit as well. I mean, I'll chime in for the first time today. Matt, what's your sales been like?
I haven't actually, mate. I haven't checked. I haven't checked in like 2 days. So
I'm literally checking right now. Go. Can I be quick enough to check? Is there any point in keeping your account straight? Oh, what? Yes, Robert. If it's been reinstated from an MC01, definitely keep it because it's likely to be stronger going forward. You want to grow that account and get sales velocity. For example, my big account, it's not gone through an MC01, but it's been throttled. Yeah, it makes me quite a lot of money because I just kept on growing it, putting in hot selling items, delisting old ones, and grew it to a decent size. So yes, I know people, one guy called Anthony, who's had an MC01, taken it through, got it back, and then he's carried on selling really well and made loads of money. So 100%, that account will be stronger than any other account because you've already gone through the MC01.
yeah, and if you don't want it, then I'll buy it off you. Because that is like, that's the golden ticket, to be honest with you. If you can get through MC011, you're golden. Like John I said, Anthony's absolutely killing it from one account, has been ever since he got past the MC011.
Looking at my, yeah, he has.
Going on Amazon to Easy Sync, is it to keep the menu as featured or change to lowest or highest price? It's up to you. I'm guessing, yeah, on Amazon, you mean? Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, whenever we scraped products from Amazon to Easy Sync, we just did make sure it's Prime, 4 stars and up. That's pretty much what we did, and then Amazon has its own ranking anyway, so it just puts the best ranked items first anyway, or in that category. And then off you go. We actually have a YouTube video based all on this. It'll be in the free course for listing. But yeah, it's very, very simple, very, very easy. How to make £1,000 profit per month with dropshipping?
Well, one sec. You know the sales one? I've done 80 sales so far today on my big store, which is a bit behind. It is a bit behind, but it's not horrendous. Sales have slowed a little bit. And then on my small store, I've done, I think I did 11 sales, but that's only got like 52 items. I can't believe how well it's doing. It's insane sales.
That's pretty good.
And that's one of the stealth accounts that I got from our supplier. So he is definitely making some good accounts. 13 sales, 13 or so far today on that one. That one's flying. But
I'm actually having a really slow day today. Like, it's the worst I've seen it actually in a couple of weeks. 49 sales today, but the day before was pretty good, so evened itself out a bit. But I better list tonight, so
same. I need to list you guys. I'm overdue. I'm overdue by 2 days. I'm like, I'm not even keeping in my schedule right this second. I'm so busy, I keep forgetting, so I'm going to do it tonight.
How to make £1,000 profit per month? Dropshipping.
Take action.
Kind of simple, really. Yeah, it's just being consistent, sticking to your own rules. Be patient as well. Don't try and make £1,000 profit per month in your first month. You're just going to get shut down if you do that. You will do that. It's very easy to do that, but you'll get shut down, and then there's no point. So, £1,000 a month every month. Keep to the guidelines, really, and if you do that, I'd say anywhere between 3 and 5 months down the line, you could quite easily be doing £1,000 profit per month. That's very easily, really. Just be persistent and be patient, definitely. And if I were you, we've already spoken about it. Get VAs before you start paying yourself. They really are the springboard to scaling this, and you'll thank yourself. For taking a month, slowing down, taking profit out of your business for another month, it will pay you back. So do that.
And I think like anything as well, if you want to make £1,000 consistently every month, 1, you've got to take it seriously. 2, you've got to take loads of action. And then 3, you've got to aim above £1,000. You got to just go for something above. If you've seen consistent profit, and then you just have it from one store, you multiply, you get another store. Then you start bringing the VAs when you've got a few stores, sharing with someone else, whatever, keeping the costs down, so keeping your costs nice and low. But you aim for higher than £1,000, you'll probably end up at £1,000. You want to try and keep going above and beyond. So, and you just got to be disciplined around it as well. And I think if you keep trying, keep hustling, you will get there. It just takes lots of action and consistently, like Matt said.
Definitely. Also, guys, just keep the questions coming. We'll try and answer them as quickly as possible. I've actually got to go in 5 minutes, really, so we better speed it up. But yeah, get any questions that you need in now.
God, we better answer these fast, I suppose. Second eBay account, yeah. 2 options, Zico. Oh, thanks, Spike. Yep, big up the hustlers of lockdown. Well done, everyone, for getting through it and making some good sales.
Shout out for Spike as well, actually, because he's taken massive action on arbitrage, wholesale side of things, and he's
well done, Spike. You are killing it. Second eBay account. So just like you open the first one, and that sounds so stupid, you can do it in your name. It's absolutely fine. So if you just open it again, we've got a video on it on our YouTube channel, so you can watch that video and it'll take you step by step. Or you can get a stealth account, and a stealth account is basically something that's in not someone else's details, it's in completely fake details. So then you can actually have it separate to your account. You can then list the same items and have them unlinked, because you can have a separate IP address. You keep it completely separate from your other account, and the way you operate is separate as well. And it allows you to put the same hot sellers on both accounts, which you can't do if they're your account. They're both in your name. The stealth accounts you can either make yourself, which is quite difficult, but it has been done from some of the guys, or you can buy them. We do have a supplier where you can buy them. They do cost about £150 per one. You get eBay account, PayPal account, and a Gmail account, and instructions with them, and they're guaranteed. We've got a few guys using them at the moment. Some have been shut down, but then they've been either reinstated, or new ones have been supplied, to replace them. So stealth accounts are quite handy. I do have stealth accounts. Matt has stealth accounts. We both do.
Only stealth accounts as well.
Pretty much.
So.
Well, I turned 2 of my stealth into limited companies, so they're technically kind of mine now. So.
True. That's true. Ishmael, a bit late, but I'm here. Hey, Ishmael. Yeah. Ishmael, tell us a bit about how well you're doing at the moment. So I know you're smashing it, and
you're 14.
I'm going to say 14. Considering you're 14 is really inspiring. So yeah, definitely tell us how
actually, I can one up on Ishmael now. I've just got my girlfriend's son involved on Amazon Dropshipping. He's 12. Boom. So he's managing.
You can't do it for him. You can't do it for him.
No. I'm just helping. I'm giving a helping hand. He gets just my 1-to-1 coaching, worth only for you. $999.95. Fake guru. But no, he's doing the customer service himself. I help him with settings. I speed up the process. Yeah, I get it. Ishmael, well done. He's doing it on his own back. Course.
Yeah. What is a stealth account? A stealth account is basically an account which is set up on eBay. It's not in your name. It's not linked to you personally or to your IP address, so your computer or your network, and not linked in any way, shape, or form. This is obviously is very handy. Like John has just explained all the perks to it. The drawback is through things like verification and getting
stuff we have to figure out.
So, and that's really up to the individual as to how far you take that. For myself and Jono, if a stealth account ever does get all these verification checks, we just decide to lose the account and move on to the next. So we always have several accounts rolling over in play. I think that's the best strategy you can have. But I also understand when you're first starting out, that's probably not possible. You've got to get your head around the fundamentals first. Tim says Scott in the garden getting drunk. Good man. How many products do you have on your store? How big do you grow them? Stores. So So with my accounts, I've been trying to grow them really steadily, sticking to it very rigidly as well. I do not actually have that many items. I'll just have a look. How many I do have.
On my big
But
store, just while you're looking, I've got 10,500. I've got 10,500 on my big store. That generates anywhere between, on a bad day, 100 sales, on a good day, 200 sales. So
yeah, I've got 3,500 items across 3 stores. But they've been growing, by the way, for like 3 to 4 months. So no, one of them is even longer than that. That's my biggest store. So I've been growing them for a long time. Been doing it very slowly, but my SER is over 100%.
good.
So it's definitely worth doing. How many products do you have?
Big growth size, it will vary. So, we are now starting to recommend bigger stores again. It used to be just small stores and multiples of them, but it depends on when you get throttled. If your sales don't slow down and you've got like 1,000 items, then keep it that way. Honestly, just replace them. Keep it that way because that's awesome. If you notice a slowdown in sales, you get that nice little drop shipping email that some of us getting where they're like, "We know you're drop shipping." They then slow your sales down. That's when you want to grow them because big stores are still doing well. Big stores are back now. Honestly, they were stamping down on them before, slowing our sales down, but big stores seem to have survived. And then I think they're doing better than before. Mine definitely improved in general. So yeah, it's okay to grow them a bit bigger. I couldn't tell you a number right now, but you'll understand as you go. You'll start to learn more and more about throttling and sales velocity and all that kind of stuff. So you could be anywhere from 1,000 items to 10,000 items or more.
And may I add to that, Mitch, as well? Why don't you? It's probably a good thing to test with different stores to do different strategies and see how they compare against one another. Whichever one compares best and works best for you, rinse and repeat. Alex is saying he's got 1,500 and sold 7. That is not a good.
No, but then Alex is with
conversion.
eSync, and I think he might just be generally listing and probably using our percentages that we set in the course. So we can't blame you, Alex. You may need to drop your margins a little bit there. And as you move forward, you might want to get onto gift card as well because that'll give you that back end profit with gift card, and you can drop your margins way down because on eSync I know sales can be slow sometimes. You need to watch out for that. You may want to adjust the template as well, to do little things to tweak it. But yeah, I understand, Alex. Learning to snipe is a good idea. If you're just blasting items on from Amazon, you're not going to get as many sales. It's not like how it used to be. You need to get ones that are selling. So we got a sniping video, watch that, and then we got a further video that shows you how to snipe more effectively and quickly using the eSync grabbing tool. And then you can also get on the Zik by speaking to like Dave and a few others and Trevor in the group, in the WhatsApp group. It should help.
Does PayPal know if I make multiple accounts with the same name and address with a different email and number? And does it have to be a business or can it all be personal? So we have several PayPal accounts, all in our own name. Whether or not they know, it doesn't really matter. So yes, they will know, but it doesn't really matter. I think you can have was it 7 PayPal accounts before they kind of ask you some questions?
7 eBays and 1 PayPal, so I don't know if there's even a rule for how many PayPals.
No, I don't think it is. So yeah, I don't know too much about it. And yeah, they can be personal accounts as well. In fact, we always do personal accounts because they're easier to get verified. Yeah. Does everyone on API eBay account get shut down eventually? Oh, does everyone on API eBay get shut down eventually?
No, because I'm still going, and I've been going for over a year on mine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a year's.
I think it's all to do with behavior. Yeah. I think it's all to do with your behavior. So if you just go absolutely crazy, and then eBay's going to flag you up, and then yeah, they probably will shut you down. But no, if you're doing it the right way, taking care of all the customers, metrics are really good. You're listing slowly and steadily. There's no reason for them to shut you down. So yeah, test once again. I'd say test.
Yeah.
And do eBay details have to match PayPal details? Robert, that's a really good question. I believe we did cover that with in a video not too long ago. But it's getting quite complicated. So we have 2 PayPal accounts per eBay account. This is going to sound confusing, but we have one which we link up to our eBay PayPal in the PayPal settings in eBay. This is not in our name, and it's for no reason other than for eBay just to do a really quick verification check to say your name and address is the same on the Stealth eBay account as it is on the PayPal account, and that's it. Then in your eBay business policies for receiving funds, that's where you put your actual PayPal account, and that is where you will actually receive the money, and there's no verification checks done there. So that's how it works. Hope that makes sense. How long has dropshipping been going in the UK? Probably ever since eBay started, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Long time.
Danny's just messaged me on WhatsApp saying, mate, you look knackered. I am knackered. Teaching Matt trading and then doing everything else in between and messaging about 30 people gets tiring. And looking after my girlfriend's son.
So right, let's keep it going. So
how many do you have? How much do you pay Salesforce per month? $1,200 a month I pay them, maybe, I don't know, $1,100, $1,200. And I have API and non-API. I need to cut my subscriptions down because I have 2 accounts shut down on non-API. So yeah, there you go. Don't know. I pay for about 14,500 items subscription over the 2. I have a lot of Amazon accounts.
Danny's reminiscing about when he had 45,000 items. And
45k items. God, yeah, we did. Yeah, I had 180k items, but 45k items, 150 every day. Yeah, Danny, times have definitely changed.
Damn it, because it works so well. It's so easy.
Working so well. 5 stores, mate, I had, all big, all doing well, massive limits, smashing it as well. Oh, if you get that email, Robert, don't worry about it. It just means you might get throttled. You might have to grow your account. They flag you, slow your sales down, yeah. And then hopefully you won't get MC01.
We actually see if eBay says you've been dropshipping, we actually see it as a good thing. You kind of like, because in a way they're saying, look, we know you're dropshipping, we're giving you permission to carry on. Because if they didn't like what you're doing, they'd shut you down. So I won't worry about it.
No.
Any effects on your sales?
Not really.
I mean, yeah, I think it does. It does if it falls below a certain standard.
Oh yeah, if it falls below a certain standard, and it also just gives people that social proof that, you know, oh look, they've got good feedback. There's enough feedback. But like from actual like sales velocity, doesn't affect if you're going to be shown instead of someone else. In fact, new accounts, fresh people with no feedback often get sales over people that are experienced with feedback. So it's a weird one.
So for any benefit to leaving feedback to buyers, the only benefit really is that they're more likely to then leave you positive feedback.
Yeah.
You can set up automatic.
Yeah. I was about to say the same thing. If you're featured store or above, Sophie, you have to be featured or above. You can then do the automatic feedback, and you can either do it as soon as they purchase the item, which I used to do, which I think I still do actually, because I leave something nice and then like kind of, I don't know, looks good. And then the other one is leave feedback when they leave feedback. It automatically just leaves it straight after they do.
Sean has answered Alex's question about trading, so that's good.
Yeah. Cheers, Alex. Cheers, Sean. That's what I do, yeah. Pretty much it. Support resistance, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour time frames. Boom, done.
When do you need more Amazon accounts? How many orders can you put through an account? I mean, it's more about before Amazon shut you down, or they have certain, like if you've got a hot selling item, sometimes you can only sell that item like 5 times before Amazon stop you from buying that item again. In which case you need more Amazon accounts. So that's your first kind of like, I want to say, incline to like get more accounts. But then when you move into the realms of gift card as well, you don't want too much gift card going through an account all the time. So that's when you start spreading it across multiple accounts. It's once again just making sure you've got stability with your, at the end of the day, with your supplier. So as and when you need, to be honest, which is a very vague answer. I'm sorry, but I think that, yeah, it's pretty spot on.
What we, it is, and what we basically ask suppliers to try and stick to, unless you've got more expensive items, is £100 per Amazon account. So it doesn't matter how many orders go through it. It's just £100 per account. So it could be 10 at £10 or 2 at £50. They just put £100 worth of gift card on each one. Unless it's an expensive item, then they put extra on the ones that are, more secure. If you've got one using debit cards, you don't need as many Amazon accounts. You could probably put a few £100 per each one, or up to £500 a day. It's just, maybe you could stick to a limit of £300 a day on debit card, and then just have a few debit cards on different accounts. But gift card, our supply just makes as many as we need, and then you ask for a deal with Sale Freaks and get the account slots down to like $10, the safe access.
Sophie's asked, when you're using gift cards, do you use the balance to pay Prime or disposable Revolut card? Neither, Sophie. Ite pays it for us.
Yeah, supplier pays it for us. So he literally puts a disposable card on there loaded with £8, and then just pays for it every month and puts a new card on. Otherwise, you can use a disposable Revolut card. Yes, if you weren't using his accounts or their supplier accounts, you can do that.
Right, guys, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to have to go. It's my best friend's birthday, and we're meant to be meeting in 15 minutes, and it takes me 20 minutes to get there, so I'm late.
Late? Oh, we're never late, Matt. Like, never late, like YouTube Lives or anything.
Yeah, we always start our live videos bang on time. Oh, no. But anyway, I'm going to shoot. I think Jono's looking pretty tired, so we probably better let him go as well. Guys, I'll tell you what, if you've got any last minute questions, throw them in right now, and we'll get them answered real quick.
I did want to say something because I messaged you earlier. I want to mention it. Okay, so what they were about gift cards, because I really wanted to mention this about gift cards. So sometimes, everyone, I'm just going to let you know now, and I'll say this in the group as well. You will get times where your accounts will you'll get money go on hold on your gift card account, your Amazon account, sorry. And don't worry, sometimes it goes on hold and it closes altogether. They are refundable, the balance is refundable, all that stuff. Now, if you get a return to that account, you're thinking, well, you can't return it to a closed account. There is something called gift return. Now, I'll send a link. I'll put a link in here, or at least in the comments somewhere, if I don't manage to put it in the group. Now we're going to put the link in the WhatsApp group as well, and that is so you can do a gift return to another Amazon account. What the best way to do it is give it to an account that is, say, like a non-Prime or a Prime account that's either personal, yours, or one that you barely use, or one that it's strong. So maybe one you've got a debit card on or something. And then you just do a gift return to that one, because you can return an item to any Amazon account using the gift return option. Now, if it still doesn't work and it's from a closed account that you've used gift card on, that you then tell the supplier and they will refund you. They'll just refund you that for that item. But otherwise, you still get to have that return back onto another account, and they'll give you in Amazon gift card. So I just wanted to mention that to everyone. You can do gift returns. They're really, really handy. You can do them on any account. And then the other thing was... gift returns, balance on hold at risk. So balance on hold at risk, this may happen as well. It's where your gift card gets put on hold, and all that happens is it'll say on hold and balance. All you need to do is wait it out. You just stop using the account. You have a little setting that you enable on Sale Freaks that sort of tells you when the balance is on hold. But if you haven't got that, just notice when it's on hold, stop using your Amazon account and wait it out and see if the balance comes back. If it never does, again, your supplier covers you. So I just wanted to let you know about these kind of two different things, because I know you guys are using gift card now. I don't want any surprises, or if you've got any questions like that, throw them at us in the WhatsApp group, but I want to give you a heads up.
Definitely. That's a really good point as well about the Amazon accounts. But Robert's asking, once I reach 5K in sales on a first month, how much can I do in the second and third? So second month, 10,000, third month, supposedly like 20, but I would keep it risk-free, if you like, and say 15. So do that. Danny's asked, did we mention GSP? Because it's been a bit of a weird one with GSP recently, isn't it?
So strange. So, I mean, Spike can weigh in on this, and I don't know if he's still here, but like, so basically, Danny's discovered that there's no reference number coming up on our any orders when they're pulled through non-API on SailFreaks. Only non-API SailFreaks. API is fine, eSync's fine, AutoDS, all the other companies are fine. He's not pulling the reference number on. Hurry up, John. Yeah, Matt's like, hurry up. I could see on his face. I was like trying to talk fast. So basically, the GSP thing, reference numbers aren't being put on the items when their orders are going through on Amazon, okay? The reference numbers are not getting put on, but luckily, GSP are picking that up, seeing the names and still sending out to the customers. And Spike was saying, hey, look, the item's still getting sent. And I was like, what? He's getting feedback and everything. So as precautionary measures, we've decided to just turn GSP off for now, but you can leave it on if you like, because Spike has confirmed the items are still getting sent to the customers. It's just because the reference numbers aren't being put on the parcels, which is worrying, because that's the reference number that tells the GSP center where it's going to and what country and who, but they're still sending them out. I've turned it off for my non-API, just so you know. Whew.
Right, guys, I'm out.
But yeah, everyone.
I hope everyone's like had their questions answered that they need answering, and hopefully everyone's taken some value from this live tonight. Please, guys, definitely get in the WhatsApp group if you're not already there, to continue to help and support everyone. And I think if you're not using gift card already, I highly recommend that you do. Like I said before, double your profit margins. API, non-API accounts, hope you guys have a bit more understanding about that now.
Yeah.
If you don't, once again, please ask us in the WhatsApp group.
My API one is going pretty well as well, considering. So API might be on the cards again, guys, but I'm still doing a test. I just want to make sure, okay, before we jump on that train, because it's cheaper and it is actually quite well at the moment. Cool.
Fingers crossed, eh? Cool. All right, guys.
No, Danny, I'm not talking anymore. We're done. But you're all smashing it, doing really well, and we want to keep supporting you. And we're going to do more content. We're going to bring it out soon. Okay, bring out more content. We need to do more how-to videos on the SailFreaks and stuff. So me and Matt are going to get on with the content a bit more now. We apologize for not really jumping on that. We have been doing loads of different things.
Yeah, and YouTube lives are easy because it means that they actually get done.
Yeah,
so...
yeah, we have to do it, like doing one tonight. Oh, yeah, okay, damn it. Oh, I'm late. Shit.
Cool.
You're welcome, everyone.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, we'll speak to you in the WhatsApp chat. Take care, everyone.
Yeah. Bye, dropshippers.
Is this the
Get some good sales.